Hey everybody, it's your girl Zamukola Tenjiwe Matungandaba, also known as Maddy T, also known as It's Maddy Money on the streets, and I'm bringing you and welcoming you to another episode of Maddy on Everything, episode 5. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, guys, so for today, episode 5, Maddy on Everything. It's been a journey. It's been crazy with the first 4 episodes, just trying myself out. And for those of you who've checked them out, they were shot last year in 2024. So this is my first time back at Ampton 2025, continuing with the season 1, until we break and move into season 2. So I hope you guys are still with me. I hope you guys are still rocking with me and enjoying what we're trying to put together. It's a work in progress, right? So for today, episode 5, we're going to do something very interesting. We're going to be going down the path of, guess what? Makeup with Maddy. All right, cool, guys. So today, I thought it prudent to actually do makeup with Maddy, right? So I did say with you guys that this podcast it's called Maddy on Everything. It's about everything. There's no stone unturned. There's no stone we're going to leave unturned. However, I shared with you guys already what I'm interested in, what I'm about, so that you have an idea of what to expect on the podcast. Because, it's not going to be completely random, right? So I've already shared with you guys some tips before, tips on how to, lose weight. If you want to lose weight, I've shared tips on how to switch up and become your own boss. If you want to leave your 9 to 5, what are some things that you can look at doing? So I'm back with, a sort of get ready with me edition, Maddy's Makeup with Maddy, so that you guys can get ready with me and we can have a little bit of a conversation around makeup. Makeup is such a huge industry. Cosmetics and the beauty industry are huge in the world. I don't have the figures of what billion-dollar type of industry it is, but you can do that research and I know that you will see that it is a multi-billion-dollar industry. So, makeup is a very, very important part of my life, not just because of, the fact that I like makeup, but actually because of the economy. So even men and women, men who think makeup, oh, my wife is being silly with all this makeup, it contributes to the GDP. It keeps the economy going. We love our makeup. And so I decided, guys, get ready with me so you guys could see how I do my makeup and, let's have a little bit of a conversation. You guys can drop some comments. You guys can drop some, your comments and let me know what you think, questions. So yeah, let's get started. Get ready with me. Makeup with Maddy. So guys, to get ready, you obviously need a mirror. Guys, okay, you always need a mirror to see what's going on with you so you don't look crazy. So I got my mirror. So to get started with my routine, okay, guys, so obviously what I usually do is I will wash obviously I shower. And then I also have specific products that I use for my face, right? So I will use a scrub for my face. I will use a toner for my face. I will use a foaming cleanser for my face. I'll share with you guys at the end of the episode, right? Just so that we can get started, right? So after I've washed my face with a scrub and or cleanser, what I'll do is then I'll wait for my face to get dry, right? And then I'll start getting my face prepped for my makeup. So what I will start with usually is, okay, so I've got my mirror and then I've got a cotton pad, which I think, it's very, very necessary. So I'll take my cotton pad, and here I've got some micellar water, right? So I have different micellar waters that I use. Actually, mainly I use Garnier as my micellar water. But when I went to go re-up and stock my micellar water, Garnier was out of stock. So I decided to use Pond's. So that's what I've been using so far. It's not my go-to, but I decided to give them a try. And yeah, it's been good so far. So I just go in with a few drops of the micellar water, right? And I just go over my face with that water. So it's not really water, guys, okay? It's just called micellar water, but it's got some products in it, right? So it's mainly made of water, but it's got other products in it, and it's a brightening one. So it cleanses, it brightens, it removes the makeup, and you don't need to rinse. So I go over my face with the pad, with the micellar water. So like I'm saying, I'm just like cleansing. This is after I've, washed my face and scrubbed my face off. So I'm going all the way down to my neck even, right? Because that's important. And around the back of my ear. And around the back of my ear. So cool. Now I'm happy with that. So I'm done with that. And then I move on to part 2 of my prepping my face for makeup, right? So we're done with this. We're putting it back. Then I'm going to then go in with a toner, right? So this one is a pore minimizing toner. This is from Garnier, my trusted skin product or beauty product company. Although I am keen to try other products, and I do try other products, which you'll see later on if I do, another one of these, an updated one. So like I was waiting for the water to get dry as I was chatting to you guys. So now it's a bit dry on my face. So I'm going to go in again with another cotton pad. And I'm going to take some of this toner. It's a pore minimizing toner, oil control. So it mattifies your skin and visibly tightens pores. So I do have oily skin. Left unchecked, my skin is very, 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 very oily. I'm very oily. So I need something to minimize my pores and to handle to control the oil. Minimizing the pores so that the acne or the pimples that I'm prone to don't come out. So here we go. I'm now toning. And toner also assists with uneven skin tone. I know it's in the word toner, but I really love to tone my face because you will see as we go in with the makeup, your skin is not really, or your face is not really the same all around. For those of you who are really good, like into makeup, you know what I'm talking about. Hence the contouring trend came about because, you're a bit darker on the sides here, a bit darker on the sides here, a bit darker around here, a bit darker around here. So with toner, it kind of just limits that, so that it's not so visible or so like stark, the difference between, your light spots and your dark spots, just so that there's more of a flow on your skin. So yeah, there we go. I'm toning. Love the toner on me right now. I don't have a fan, guys, so I'm toning and then I'm just gonna let it dry out, fan out myself right there. So that's basic. That's a basic after you've, washed your face, just cleanse it one more time, tone it. And then now I'm going to go into the more applicator type of products that I use to prep. And then we're actually going to go into the makeup. So anyway, this is a dark spot corrector. So like I said, my skin is prone to pimples. So I had this really big pimple here. It's almost like a month ago, guys. And it's still the darkness. So the pimple's away, but now it left a spot on my face. So I'm trying to reduce the visibility of that dark spot that it left. It's been working. So I just apply a little bit of this dark spot corrector there. And then I also just apply a little bit of the dark spot corrector on the darker parts of my face that I earlier described to you guys. It's not really a problem, but like I say, I just want to add power to the toner. So that's why I just add the dark spot corrector to just, even the darker parts of my skin where I would ordinarily contour, just so that it could also come in line with the rest of my skin over time. So I'm just going in with my finger and just blending it in. Okay, cool. So that's the spot corrector. And then once I'm done with the spot corrector, I like to go in with a booster serum. So this is literally to boost. It's in the name. It's to boost your skin. Give it some extra vitamin C. This one is a vitamin C one. So, just some citrus. Those who are professionals in the space will let us know why we need to boost and why vitamin C is good. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I'm a makeup lover, right? And just taking care of myself and my skin. And I think it's a valuable industry. And I'm just a girl. I'm literally just a girl, guys. So I'm going in with the booster serum on parts. I'm going in on my lighter parts of my face, but I literally just kind of put it almost all over because I just love the booster, the vitamin C booster. So I'm going in with my finger again. Boost, boost, boost. I mean, your skin gets really dry. So it's summer here in South Africa where we're shooting. So your skin can get really, really dry with all the summer heat. So it's really just important to try and, keep your skin healthy. So hydration, I recommend definitely. Drinking a lot of water. I also recommend using the steam room at your spa or your gym for your face to look brighter and your skin to pop. And of course, I also then recommend just, taking care of your skin by using such products and, things like this to just try and boost it. So that was the booster. So guys, as you can see, I'm going in. People tell me oh, your skin. I'm I'm going in, right? And then this is my last step before I actually start to apply my makeup now. So my last step is to go in with the Sun Protect. This is an SPF 50 face cream. I got it at Clicks. And so it's not really sunscreen, but it is sunscreen. So let's just call this sunscreen, right? But it says Sun Protect Anti-Aging SPF 50. So this is a face cream, plus it's got vegan collagen in it. So I'm pretty obsessed with collagen. I'm better now, because I felt like my face was getting too plump. But collagen is really, really, really good. And I recommend it to anyone who's having any issues with skin elasticity. Get a patch, drink it, or make sure it's in your face cream, right? So I'm then just going in with this face cream, which has an SPF of 50. So it's actually like a sunscreen. And guys, that's underrated, guys. Sunscreen is not just about retaining your complexion or something like that, but it's also just more about protecting your skin from the harmful rays that the sun has, right? The UV rays. So, UV rays are all over, and they affect our skin and they damage our skin, right? So, people need to understand that when you're sitting in your office, that light is UV. When you're sitting outside, obviously we know that one, but the ones that are less common is that you don't think about is that actually the light in your office could actually be, yes. So wear sunscreen even if you're not going to be in the sun, because we get exposed to these UV rays in different ways. So now I'm going to blend this cream in. And yeah, and I'm good with that. I'm good with that cream. So as you can see, I probably look like a ghost right now because I'm white with the cream, but it's a good cream. I'm enjoying it so far because it does blend away. So I'm going in on my neck. Guys, please comment things that you think that I'm not doing like well in my skin routine, or things that you would add, because this is a learning experience for me too. I'm sharing what I'm doing so that, for those that, do nothing, they can have an idea. But there's those who do the most. Like, let me know, let me know what y'all are up to. So, yeah. So I've gone in now with this face cream. All right. So guys, I would have used this as well. So I've got these Neutrogenas. They're almost done. So this is a Bright Boost SPF 30 gel fluid. It's almost done. And then this is an oil-free moisturizer. So because I've put in the SPF 50 Neutrogena for now, and they're almost done. So like basically what I'm just trying to say is that if you don't have face cream, you can look for something like this that has an SPF 30, it's also got vitamin C and E, the Neutrogena. So don't be limited, right? You can expand your thinking, because I was going to use this. I could maybe just use a little bit just for vibes, guys. Why not? Okay, because I literally was going to use it. So yeah, Bright Boost. So clearly, guys, boosting your skin is a thing, our skin goes through a lot. So it faces the elements, and we need to take care of it, guys. So please, I urge you. So there we go. So that's the preps. Now we're going to go into the positive matter of the situation. So let's go in. So now I'm going to start with the eyebrows, guys. So brows on fleek have been a thing. So just going back to my love story with makeup, guys, like I started wearing makeup in high school, and mainly like around grade 11. And that wasn't because like I was being that girl, but it's actually because I got a job at a clothing store called Urban. And it was a people facing role. I was a stylist. So because I was a stylist and I had to face people, that's kind of what got me into makeup, And then on top of that, I was a drama kid, or I am a drama kid. And being a drama kid, we on stage. We take on different characters, So makeup became a way of life, okay? Because, when you're acting as somebody else, you need to look like that, right? So makeup and my love for makeup and wigs kind of started through acting and through drama. And I keep on telling people who are rocking lace wigs these days that, like, guys, do you know that this is an acting thing? This comes from acting. This comes from, being able to get into a different character, right? But put a wig on and make it believable. Let it be a lace wig, And now it's become, a beauty trend. So, yeah, I think there's a big link between, the drama world and sort of the makeup and beauty world. So that's, another topic for another day. So I was just brushing out my eyebrows with this little eyebrow brush, okay? And then I'm just going to use this razor to just shape my brows that have grown out a little bit. So I just want to make them more in line with, like, just shaping them, making them more defined, not as bushy as they naturally are, right? So they are naturally very, very bushy. Okay. So I'm just gonna use that to catch my little excess hair. And I'm not alone, guys. KK, are you feeling this? Are you feeling this content? He's a guy, so I don't think he cares much about makeup, but but like he's just like, okay, girl, do your thing. So let me go on, right? So there's my timer. So yeah, okay, that's clearly we need to get a move on, which is fine. Because I know myself, guys. I love talking. That's why I'm doing a podcast. I love talking. I love talking. I love sharing. I love being a source of, knowledge and things and whatever. So I hope you guys can still hear me clearly as I move around. So I'm just trying to shape the brow. Okay. I mean, so I'm not going to go for perfection because time's not really on our side, but I'm going to try to go for as perfect as I can get it. But I do have to be mindful of the time and that I'm not in the comfort of my home doing this. This was just a quick get ready with me type of situation. But I wanted to give you guys a good view of the types of things I do when I say I'm getting ready. So yeah, okay guys, kind of happy with the shape of the brow. I don't want to go in more than this because it just might become, when you do things when you're in a rush also, sometimes you mess up. So I don't want to do more than that. So I'm just going to leave it for now. Okay, so you guys get the point. So to clean up my brows, I will use a razor. Some people use tweezers, right? So people use tweezers as well. But I'm going to I use the razor because I don't really know how to pluck. And then now, cool. So we're preparing the brows. We're still on the brow game, guys. I just pretty much almost start with my brows. So I've got an eyebrow gel, which I'm going to go in with to basically shape my brows and just get them a level of definition somewhat. That's not too strong. As opposed to using a pencil. So I'm going in with this brow gel. To just show a little bit of definition on these brows. Okay. Happiness. Right. So I'm putting everything that I've used already on the ground so that it's just, And then I'm going to go in and basically highlight my brows. So I've got this is a strong matte waterproof liquid makeup. It's from Essence. I hope there's still some here. So I'm going to use that to define my brow or highlight it. This is how we do. I'm sure every woman on the planet of the earth who's watching YouTube has watched a brow video or a brow tutorial, guys. The brow situation, I think everyone has a different way of doing their brows. And just everyone has a different way of even doing their makeup. I watch so much and I learn from different people what they do. But sometimes I just think, sometimes it's just too much sometimes, for me, what people do. So I have my own kind of way. It's sometimes crazy, but I also have the chilled version. So I just went in underneath my brows and now I start with the underneath. And then I pull up to get my arch. I pull up from the top. And I start to actually kind of draw what I want to see happening. Okay. So there's something that I did there. Then I'm going to repeat it on the other side. I pull up and then I draw what it is that I want to see. So I've been doing this for a while, so I don't use I don't do pencil and measure and all that. Like, I just go in, I just do it. You know, I've seen other people who like measure and like have like, look, that's not me. Okay. So I just pull up and draw. But again, it takes time. And your brows can always just go in a different shape, and they can always take a life of their own. So anyway. Okay. So yeah, guys, that's me there. And then I'm pulling in here as well. I'm bringing in this to the middle of my like nose, right? I bring it all in, this underneath that I did. And then now I'm going to take it to the top. So now I'm going to start defining my brow from the top, right? So guys, after brows, the rest of the makeup is very quick. So that's like actually the harder part, I think, and my wings. So I'm going in at the top now. And also the top one is optional. A lot of people don't do the top sometimes. Like they don't like how it is or how it looks. But I like the top. I like to have the full definition. Basically, I do my brows differently just depending on my mood. You know, sometimes I don't do the top part. Sometimes I don't even define them with a concealer or anything, and I just leave them. So it just depends what look I'm going for, whether I want a look that looks very natural and, you know, not done up, or whether I want a look that is more done up. Okay. Cool. Okay, so you guys see that? So now I'll go in, and now I'm gonna just take the rest of that product and bring it in. So now we pretty much, I've defined my brows, guys. I've defined my brows. Like for me, this is like the hard part, like the defining. So now we're gonna finish up this get ready with me session with the rest of what I do. I mean, I'm not done with the brows, but you get my point. Okay, so now I'm gonna go down the middle of my nose with the same. I'm using the same makeup product, the same foundation that I used. So I'm doing my little arch thingy my bobster with my nose. Because we're highlighting the light parts of our face, guys. So a lot of people feel the type of way about doing this, and they think that, and look, the light, when it hits your face, like more often than not, your nose will be lighter on the bridge. So that's what we're doing. So we doing that. And then, hence it's called highlighting and contouring. Okay. And then I'm going to put some underneath my eyes. And then around. Y'all want to see how I do my things? I'm showing y'all how I do my things, y'all. This is just a quick one. Like, I'm not an MUA. I'm a lawyer. I'm an artist, amongst other things. Entrepreneur. But you need to be able to do your makeup as a woman, I think. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay, so I'm going in. I'm going in on the side of my cheeks. Again, it's the highlight issue. I'm making a little dot on the front of my nose. Okay. I'm making a little dot on the front of my nose. I'm making lines here. I'm going like here. I'm going lines here. I'm going lines here. Lines here. At the bottom. Guys, I'm giving you guys the tea. I'm giving you the hack. Honestly. I'm over here. We're almost there. And I'm over here. And I'm over there. And I'm over here. There we go. Okay, you guys see what I'm doing there? So guys, like for those who watch makeup videos all the time. So I've put like lighter by my forehead. I've put here by my cheekbones, by my cheeks, by my chin, my nose, put a dot on my nose, put lines here by my lips. I forgot what they call this. And then, I don't know if they call Cupid's bow, Cupid something. And then here and at the bottom. So this is it. This is literally it, right? So I'm moving on to my next step, okay? And then for my next step, I want to use this MAC concealer. And I'm going to just go in underneath. I'm mixing it up with the foundation, right? Over there. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that for now. So that's on that issue. And then I've got this Fenty Beauty contour, right? So contour stick. So this is a shade darker than me. Not a shade, more like 3 shades darker than my actual skin. 3 to 4 shades darker than me. And I'm just going to get ready for it as well. So I'm just going to start it off by putting on the side. I'm contouring. So this is highlighting. And then now I'm contouring. I'm contouring on the side of my nose. Right? Side of my nose, side of my face, and a little bit at the top of my face. Although I don't believe that one is completely necessary because, it's not that deep. But for those, I think for people who have like a very pale skin, it's better if you maybe, try. So as you can see, guys, this is how I do my thing, right? So like I didn't put any makeup on the bottom of my skin. I'm going to just take off my blazer briefly. I don't put any makeup on the bottom of my skin. It is what it is. So now I'm going to begin to blend the makeup. Everyone loves this part, so we're blending. Guys, I am giving you the hacks. So anyway, this is how I blend my makeup. I dab. This is what I have learned these days. I dab. I used to do like this, circular motions. I still do circular motions sometimes in certain instances, but I dab. So and I was watching another video that says you come from the bottom, you come from the top to the bottom when you're blending. So this is what I'm doing. I'm coming from the top. I'm blending. I come to the side. And I come to the side. Cool. And then now I'm coming to the eyes in the middle. So I'm just going to go in on the middle of the brows. Not too much so that I don't mess up the shape. Everything needs precision and be patient. Because if you're not precise, okay, then we're going to do the cheek area. So with that, and the cheeks and the eyes, I kind of just like do all together. Like, doesn't really matter to me. And I'm going in there. I'm just trying to stay above where the highlighting is, so that when I actually blend with the contouring, it's not actually blended into the highlight. If that makes sense to anyone. I'm transforming in front of you guys. That's the idea. But I hope I don't look too different, because I also hate when makeup makes you look too different, when you really, like, people can't even recognize you. But I've had people tell me, oh my gosh, makeup suits you and da-da-da-da. So I guess sometimes people are just not used to you with makeup, that when you wear it, they're like, what? Is that you? And you're like, yes, it is me. I just drew on my face. Okay. So, like I say, guys, I'm not going to make my highlight in the middle is going, but it's okay. So you just dab it, even over here and even at the bottom. So I'm going to do that, dabbing at the bottom, and then I'm going to also like sort of go into my neck so that, we understand what's going on here. And then as you can see, it's not, I haven't completely blended, but I'm gonna actually bake this. I'm gonna bake my highlights. We're using a banana loose powder. So I'm gonna bake, they say. So I'm gonna take this banana loose powder, actually just create some more of it because it's at the bottom. Okay. Rabaka, siabeka. Guys, I keep on saying I'll appreciate tips from real makeup artists to say, don't do this, avoid that. But I like how my makeup comes out. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, and you know, I like what I look like. And I feel like I know what I'm doing. So I feel like that's the only important thing. But if people feel like, oh my gosh, you a girl, whatever. Not that I care about people's opinions, but I want to grow and learn. So if you guys think that there's something that I could add, or if there's something that you want to share with me, don't hesitate to leave a comment. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Okay. So guys, this is called like, we're baking. We're baking. Yeah, anyway. So as I was saying, yeah, guys, I do love makeup. I think it has a place in the world, and that's why I actually did this episode. I was like, guys, get ready with me, you know, see what we do. Let it become contextual and practical, that, you know, this is what the ladies are doing and this is how the ladies get done, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I'm baking now. I'm going to, what can I do while I wait for my bake? So I just wait for the bake usually. Okay, I just usually wait for the bake. And then maybe I can just prepare myself for the next thing. Okay, well, while I wait for the bake, let me just add some definition to my brow. So this is where I'm just going in on the brow to just make it a little bit darker. This step is optional. You don't have to do this. I'm doing it because sometimes I like it if it's a little bit darker. Look, you don't want to look cray-cray, but just like, you know, sometimes like when you like look like you have a brow at least. So I'm just making it a little bit darker. And going in while I'm waiting for my bake. So guys, I'm not going to bake for long because, you know, time is of the essence. And I mean, yeah, time's of the essence. That's the short of it. So I'm not going to bake for long. Just wanted to show you guys like what's going on there. And then I don't know what I did with. I just need to fix this brow, guys. It's like a process. You fix, you do whatever. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Just fixing. Okay, so guys, in the interest of time, I would ordinarily bake maybe 10 minutes or whatever. But now, because, you know, we're keeping it moving, I'm going to now remove the bake. So I just use my same brush and I just go, like, I just remove it. Like, it's just a product that you just wipe off, right? Or brush off. I never used to understand baking, but let me just say I understand baking and I like baking, and I think it makes sense in the beauty world. People say you set first, you put on your powder first, and then you bake. That's what I've been seeing recently, that you first put on your powder, then you bake, but I've been baking and then powder. That's what I've been doing. It works for me. I'm still going to do it, but I will maybe try do it the other way and see what's going on. So I've removed that, right? So now I'm going to, as you can see, my contouring is still there, right? So now, and my highlight has come out. I can see it on the mirror. It's like stuck out, right? So now I'm going to take my And that's my other banana powder. Now I'm going to take my angled brush and I'm going to go in for the highlights, right? Okay, no, but before the highlights, actually, before I get to highlights, I'm going to take my big blush brush, because girls and boys, I love blush. And I need to hurry up now. Okay, so yeah, blush, and I smile, and then I just go over close to the contouring, and on the other side as well. Close or over the contouring, doesn't really matter. But I smile, and I stain my cheeks so I look like a blushing bride. You know? Okay. So there we go. I'm staining my cheeks. I love it. A little bit on the nose too, because there's also that trend of putting blush on your nose. As per Doja Cat. That's where I got it from, and I saw other girls doing it. But anyway, it's a story for another day. So now I'm back on my angled brush. Then I go over that. My angled brush. I take my angled brush and I go over my blush with highlights. So this is like another, this is real highlight. Okay, so there's highlight for like what I did, highlighting my face with foundation, and then there's highlight like the product highlight, okay? So I'm going over it, I'm highlighting on certain parts. So I'm going over on my cheekbone. On this side, cheekbone. Okay. Cheekbone, nose, bridge of nose, cheekbone, under the brow, under the brow, under the brow, under the brow. Bridge nose, take it up to go. So can you see that I'm following where I highlighted with the foundation? So I'm following the same areas that I highlighted with the foundation with the actual highlighter, but not in the same fashion, right? And here by the lips, if you remember, I did that. Just fixing my mirror. And at the bottom. And over there. Do you guys remember that I did that? So I'm also highlighting there. I'm going over with the highlighter at every place that I did my foundation highlighting. Okay? That's what I'm doing. And then let's seal the bag, guys. So how are we going to seal this bag? I'm now closing it off almost with foundation. I'm sorry, with powder. So this is a powder from MAC. It's Fix. It's MAC Fix. And I'm using the shade NC50. It's really difficult for me to find shades that match me, but NC50's been pretty good. So yeah, and like you saw, guys, I mix it up. I do different things so that I can try and match my color. And that's how I ended up doing, match my skin tone. And that's how I ended up sort of like just getting into doing my own makeup, because I realized that sometimes like it just is what it is. Like you want to get something that someone else can't necessarily do for you. And I don't think anyone does my makeup better than myself. So like people are good at makeup, but I just mean that like, unless I still need to find the right people too, which is still okay. So guys, I'm going over the powder. As you can see, it's setting the makeup. It's putting everything together. This is the part where we're blending. I've been blending throughout, but this is the sort of like final blend where now I'm going in with the powder that matches my skin or that matches everything that I've done with my skin. And we're going over it. And that's pretty much it, guys. From here, that's literally it. So once I'm done here, I do my wings, which I'm not sure I want to like do right now with you because, okay, but maybe I can. So as you can see, guys, I'm going over my brow. Can you see the difference? I mean, I can see it on here. I hope you can see it on screen soon. So I'm done here. And then I take the same, I'm not adding any product. I just go over it again, highlighting. Because remember the powder, it takes away all the glitter and whatever. It doesn't take it away, but it's underneath. So I'm just giving it another pop. All right. I'm not adding any more product. I'm just giving it a pop. Right. And like I said, the other thing that I do when I'm done here is basically my eyes. That's like where I stop again. So from brows, I go down to the eyes as my last thing. And I use eyeliner and I use mascara. And then obviously my lips as well. Sometimes I just do a plain lip where I just put on a gloss. Sometimes I line my lip with a darker color and choose what to put inside. So those are the last steps that I do on my makeup. So like I say, you put in a wing. I'm not even gonna do my full wing because of the interest of time. I'm just gonna show you guys like what we're going for. And I do that. Okay. So got my wing and then my mascara. Right? Mascara. Okay, guys. Y'all see it? Do you see it? And then I swear, guys, the only thing that's missing is lip stuff. I don't know where that is right now. So I just put on like lip gloss and whatnot. And then obviously, as you can see, I've got wig lines on. This is what they call wig lines or cornrows. So once we're done with the makeup and the lips, what we do is, hold on 1 second. I'm back, guys. Trusted. Vaseline, guys. Vaseline will never do you wrong. So since I don't know where my lip stuff is, just take some Vaseline. Make sure that your lips are not dry. Yeah. So take your Vaseline. Ngitsi. Tata iwiki yako, guys. Take your wig, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? Okay. This is Get Ready with Maddy. And then you put that thing on. You put it on. You style that shandies. Okay, guys, my wig is obviously... my wig is, like, I haven't... I'm not being serious right now. But I'm just trying to show you guys that, like, where it's going, you know? Where it's going. So, as you guys can understand, this is kind of like where it's going. I'm not like gonna stick my wig and whatever, but this is where it's going, guys. This is kind of like where it's, you know. So I know I look a bit crazy with my unglued wig right now, but I think everyone gets the point, right? Everyone gets the point. So I'm just gonna hold it like this for now. Oh, I'm just gonna take it off because I think you guys understand what was happening. And really, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for getting ready with me on this edition of Maddy on Everything, episode 5, Makeup with Maddy. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next episode. Yeah.